Do you have any idea how much it costs to actually buy a house? Chances are you might not. Believe it or not, in some cases, trying to pay for a new rental home may be just as expensive, if not more. In this next video, I'll walk you through all of the expenses on the purchase side that you should prepare for. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I'm Mike West, a licensed real estate agent here in Southeast Michigan, and I love helping to educate people on the whole buying and selling process and pretty much everything real estate. In this video, I'm going to discuss a bit about what costs are associated with purchasing a house that you could prepare for. First of all, I'd like to make a note that a variety of factors can change what these amounts are to you individually in your situation. So I want you to see this information here as a guide more than anything. As I mentioned, I am licensed in Michigan and primarily work in Oakland, Wayne, Macomb, Washtenaw, and Monroe counties. So if you're watching this video from outside of that area, there may be some differences between what we do here and what's in your own market. But many of these principles may still apply to you. When many people think about buying a house and what it costs, many people I know immediately jump to the actual purchase price of the home and scream, "No way can I afford that." For this conversation, I want you to remove that thought from your head, throw that number away, and I'm going to tell you why. Although it does happen, it's uncommon that homes are bought with cash. The majority of people purchasing a home today, especially their primary residence, secure a mortgage for the purchase of that property. So the big factor of whether or not you may be able to purchase a home will not necessarily be the purchase price of the home itself, but the amount of the mortgage that you will be paying and if a lender can approve you for that amount. And even more importantly to me is if that monthly payment is within your personal budget. You'll find more information about what goes into a mortgage and what lenders look for in applying for a loan in another video of mine. Check out my YouTube channel to find out more. So now let's dive into some of the costs I'm sure you're dying to hear about, and I'll try to keep it short and sweet. So there are 5 main expenses to purchasing a home. The big one everyone talks about is the down payment. Now this can range based on your loan product, but unless you are a US veteran or looking to buy in a rural area using a USDA loan that's 0% down, the minimum down payment you should expect to see is around 3.5% of the purchase price with an FHA loan and 5% with a conventional. However, you can put as much down above that if you want. That's up to you. EMD, known as earnest money deposit, is the first payment you'll actually make out of pocket. This holds the contract in good faith. And this will apply towards your down payment and your closing costs, but it just comes out up front. It's not an extra cost. It gets rolled over to this closing. Now you actually get to make up what you want this number to be. It's entirely based on your own risk factor, though typically I've seen around 1 to 2% of the purchase price, but I have seen as low as $500 and as great as $50,000 for this. The next expense is going to be a private inspection. This can cost around $300 to $600 depending on what services you're looking for. This is also covered more in depth in another video of mine on my channel. Appraisals are the next thing that you're most likely going to be required to pay for by the lender. These typically cost around $500 to $800. And lastly, the closing costs. This is difficult to give a dollar amount to, as it's prone to so much variance between lender costs, title, realtor fees, taxes, insurance prorations, and discount points or some other things at times. But to stay on the safe side, I'd usually recommend to plan for around 3% of the purchase price to cover these costs. When you first get your pre-approval from your lender, ask them for a loan estimate, and that'll go over a lot of these numbers for you. So let's say for a $200,000 home in Southeast Michigan, you could tentatively plan for a total out-of-pocket cost of around $14,000. Plus or minus a little. But did you know you can actually get funds to help with these costs? So a buyer using an FHA loan may be allowed to receive up to 6% of the total purchase price in seller concessions, which can be used to cover some of these closing costs as well. Another option could be through a variety of different programs that each individual lender may offer, or programs the state may offer as well. This could include things like National Faith or MISHDA, which are programs that will actually contribute up to $10,000 towards these expenses, so long as the buyer pays a minimum of 1% down. For the example used above, you potentially could walk into the purchase of a similar $200,000 home with little to no money out of pocket using these programs. I won't say that's easy to do, but it is 100% doable, and I've experienced helping a lot of people out keeping that cost down in very similar situations. If you found this video helpful and you would like to learn more, Don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can find me at my personal cell, 313-288-0553, or send me a DM. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more content and follow. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.